It is the Martha Zoller Show, and we're here with John Rich, country music star, songwriter, entrepreneur, and host of The Pursuit with John Rich, which is returning to Fox Business Network this Saturday. Shondell Summers here with me today. And John, welcome to the program. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's great to join you this morning.
So I have done my own criticism of frat boys over the years, but this week, the frat boys came back, didn't they?
They certainly did. What an impression those boys at University of North Carolina have made on the country and made on me personally. I thought what they did was one of the greatest acts of patriotism that I've seen in a long time, and it was good to see it coming from our young people who I know we're all concerned about what our young people ever really stand up for the country, because what we see all the time in the press tells us otherwise, but I have a feeling there's a lot more young people like that than we realize.
You know, Paul McCartney's one of the wealthiest people in music, and it's because he largely invested his money in what he knew and what he believed in. And you are the kind of guy that you have invested your time and energy not only in your country music that you write and you produce and you perform all around the country, but you have become an entrepreneur that has made it work. A lot of people with your stature have tried to do businesses, but they haven't done well with it. What's your secret?
Well, I think when you see a need, I will say chaos, as the old phrase says, where there is chaos, there is opportunity. If you can manage to focus in the chaos that we're in right now, you can see things that need to happen that maybe the chaos is surrounding. One of those things was when I saw Justin Trudeau freeze all the bank accounts of the truckers when the truckers had their big protest. He froze all their bank accounts, and that's what ultimately broke up that protest. And now it's started to happen in the United States. You've seen the news stories of Bank of America, big, giant banks like that, turning over their clients' information to the federal government, what stores they shop in, where they're spending their money. And so we're just a step away from the federal government telling the banks in this country to freeze their bank accounts too. Freeze yours, freeze mine. Don't like what you say on social media, went to the wrong protest, you name it. So Ben Carson, Larry Elder, myself, and some guys behind the scenes that are all from the banking industry who are all patriots decided we should build our own banking platform, and we called it Old Glory Bank. And the premise behind the bank is you will never be penalized for exercising your constitutional rights, which I find to be a pretty pathetic thing to have to say in the United States of America, but unfortunately that's where we are. So to your point, building businesses outside of what I necessarily understand, I'm not a banker guy, but I do understand the need to have a bank like that. I think the parallel economy is a real thing, and it really needs to be built. So we built that bank, oldglorybank.com, and there's now tens of thousands of customers at that bank. So it's pretty exciting. I look for opportunities like that.
So on Monday, I'm going to interview Alan Kinder, who is a D-Day survivor and a World War II veteran, and you're very involved in the VFW. Tell us about that.
I appreciate you asking about that. So many veterans, I would say hundreds of thousands, if not more than that, are owed benefits, and they're owed actual cash. They're owed money. And because of the red tape and the paperwork and everything that it takes to navigate on the internet for a veteran to get their benefits back, a lot of them just give up. They can't figure it out. And so the VFW has stepped up and are hiring people all across the United States to the tune of thousands of people to sit with veterans, or the widow of a veteran or the widower of a veteran, sit with them, go through the process at no charge to the vet, get their paperwork filed, get their benefits in place, and get the money that's owed to them into the bank. I think that is an absolutely incredible thing to do. It's called Return the Favor Campaign. So if you go to vfw.org, you'll be able to donate to that, and 100% of those donations go to hire more people. And here's the crazy stat on that. For every dollar that's donated, the average return on that dollar is over $1,500 in benefits and money back to that veteran.
Wow, that's fantastic. This summer, my family and I are going to southern France because my dad was in the invasion of southern France. He's passed away and gone to the Lord, but but we're going to take our family because the town that his unit liberated is going to have a parade, and they've invited us to come along with the other families of these men. And so we're going to take the family and we're going to go. So we're excited about that.
Oh, incredible.
Yeah. It's going to be great. Now, we're going to close with this. Tell us about The Pursuit with John Rich.
So The Pursuit is a show that I created, and I'm obviously the host of it, where I sit people down who have pursued happiness in America. And this next round of shows, it's 20 of them coming out. It's Dana White from the UFC. It's Tim Tebow, Michael W. Smith, Ricky Skaggs, Adam Carolla. I mean, it's just a whole wide gambit of people who have done great things in the country, but not without a lot of adversity. I thought, man, what an important time to put a show forward that focuses on the positive things that Americans have to look forward to and what our country's founded on: life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. So Saturday night, tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 Central, they're going to start rolling those new episodes. So tune in, take a break from the craziness, and watch something good for a change.
So, John Rich, if people want to know more about your work, how can they do that?
JohnRich.com. You can follow me on X at John Rich or on Truth Social at John Rich. And there's a lot going on. I'm pretty active on social media, so follow me there, and I'll keep you up to date.
Thank you so much for being with me today.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.